Minds. I'm Bill with Anagalu and his brother Abdu. We took a week off last week to enjoy the 4th of July holiday, and but we're back now. We're back now. So we might have a little extra long show today just to cover, everything that's happened the last 2 weeks. So buckle up. All right, let's go over the disclaimer real quick. Okay. So this live stream is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. Do your own research, blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay, let's go over the agenda. So like I was saying, I didn't see any questions. But if you have any questions, please just leave them in the comments and we'll answer your questions live at the next live stream. So we're going to review the stock market. We'll go over the S&P 500 and all of our favorite stocks. And then for the second part of the show, I'm going to show everybody how to buy pre-IPO Anduril using the Solana blockchain. All right. Okay. So should we just jump right into the charts, or do you guys have any announcements you want to make before we get going?
No, I'm good.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's look at Trading View. Okay, I got to share. So I'll share Trading View in Zoom. So you guys. The share is disabled again. Can you take care of that? I'll share the Trading View in OBS first. Get that going. Okay, and then I'll cut off Zoom. And then let me know when I'm good to share in Zoom.
Okay, I enabled it.
Okay, yep, looks like it's enabled. All right, great. And then let's go to, that's OBS. Where's Trading View? Live stream, Trading View, Chrome tab. That's funny, I don't see it. Give me 1 second. Because I don't see Trading View. I don't see the option to share Trading View on Zoom. I'm looking at all the windows. And, oh, no, there it is. Okay. All right, there we go. And then I think it was function F11. All right. All right. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. Can you guys see that okay? The S&P 500? Okay, let me kind of push this over. All right, what do you guys see? What's kind of happened? What do you guys think about the last 2 weeks? Do you guys remember what this big sell-off was? You see this big doji, this huge doji candle on the S&P 500? Do you guys remember what that was? I was trying to think, and I could not remember. What the heck happened that day?
I can't remember either. We could ask
we could ask AI, all right?
yeah, just a screenshot and then just like what happened then.
Friday, June 26th. I'll take a look. I don't know, but go. Yeah, okay. So I'll look that up. But you guys go ahead. Tell me what you see. What do you think about the S&P 500? Does it look good? Does it look bad? Is it which?
I see consolidation, right? Like over the since the start of what month is this?
We're in July, right?
Yeah.
End of June, end of June.
Yeah.
I mean, this consolidation, to be honest, this has been going all the way back since May, like the beginning of May. We've just been in this range for May, June, 2 months now. So it's consolidated.
The last 3 candles are they're kind of strong, so
they do look good.
Yeah,
they do look good, right? Yeah. What do you think, Abdu?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. It's kind of sort of consolidating, and it keeps going up to that 750 area, and then coming back. Yeah, but I don't know what's gonna happen this week. There is a a couple of things. I think I don't know. Is it the FMOC interest rate decision this week? And also they closed the strait again.
I saw that. I know.
This time permanently. So they're saying permanently. So I don't know how that impacts it. So yeah, I mean, but so far it was doing okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Futures are open now. We could take a quick look at futures, see how the futures are responding, because it doesn't seem like the market. The last 3 days were bullish, so it doesn't seem like the market's really. No, the market's flat. Pre-market's kind of flat. It's a little down, but not that much. So it seems like the market's kind of ignoring what's going on. What's going on over there. So this doji, right? This happened on Friday, and it was before the last time that we met. So we did talk about it. I think now I'm starting to remember. I'm thinking this is like the first time. Well, that was one of the days where I was saying that I was seeing a rotation out of the semiconductor stocks and then into the the service as a software stock, and I think that was like a big rotation day. So we did talk after that doji happened. But since that big sell-off happened, it's just been grinding higher. And it really does look like it's about to break out. I mean, if the S&P 500 can get above, 759, 760, it could break up. And see, that's the thing about consolidations, though. You gotta, you gotta watch out which way it breaks.
So typically, right, like you put a what is it, the stop loss around the 724 if you go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, the last 2 weeks, this is all bullish. I mean, this is a big, bullish move up after that kind of that rotation day. It was, what it was? It was a big chip sell-off day. But just bullish up, a little pullback, and then moving up again. And then if it can break up, we could see a big move up, right? It should move up, like as wide as this channel is, it should move up that width. And it doesn't, and also another thing I'm seeing is higher lows, right? I mean, you had your low here, moved up, and then it sold down, but this is a higher low. I don't really consider the wicks, right, as part of the. I don't really consider the wicks as part of the candle. I mean, it's. I don't really. Yeah, like I know the wick. It wicked down, right? So it wicked down. So the wick is a lower low. But I when I'm doing like this type of analysis, I just really look at the bodies. But I guess that's kind of up to debate. Yeah.
What do you think is the target should be? Like
if it breaks out above 760, then the target should be the width of this channel that it's been in, right? So this channel that it's been in for the last 2 months is 34, right? 34. So 34 up will take it to about 794, right? So that's how that works. That's how channels work. In classic
the
TA.
uptrend, right? Are you able to draw on it to show the channel?
Yeah, I got the channel drawn here. You see the 2 blue lines?
Oh yeah.
That's the channel. Yeah, that's the channel. It's so for me that's how I'm drawing the channel. It's just been stuck in there. So if it can break out of that channel, it should go to 794. But for me, it's looking up because I'm seeing higher lows, and I'm seeing it getting towards this resistance. And then if it can break through, it's going to be good for everybody.
Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, I have this like headache that's killing me. I try to. I've been trying to just So I'm just gonna listen in, or just if I don't say anything, that means I logged off.
Okay. Yeah. Just take it easy. Take it easy.
Some water. A lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I should have been resting too. Okay. All right.
I hope you feel better.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's move on to NVIDIA. NVIDIA had a nice move on Friday. really nice move on Friday. Actually, all last week was pretty good. And then, I mean, you can see, right? You can see here how we're always talking about the 200-day moving average, right? How
It's
important.
the way it bounced from
Yeah.
that. What is that? Is it the
That's
200 moving?
yeah, that's the 200-day moving average. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why we look at the 200-day moving average, the 52-week moving average. Those are really strong support. Yeah, and then this is kind of like a bullish engulfing. I think it's another type of candle. I just can't remember what it's called. But Nvidia looks really good. Nvidia looks really good, and Nvidia's been stuck in a channel. Well, no, it broke out of the channel it was stuck in for almost a year. Almost a year. It's been like around between 165, 200, and it broke out of it. And I thought, all right, here we go. Now we're gonna go higher. Then it sold off, but now it's trying again. So I think I don't know, maybe it's making like a nice little measured move pattern here. So this is 165 to 235. I think that's about 70. So that's 192 right there. So that'll take it to like 262 if it goes up another 70. So maybe up here. So maybe that's the next target is do you see that these 262 measured move?
Oh, sorry, 260.
262. But do you see the measured move I'm talking about? It's just like that, and then it'll just go up like that.
Up and in, yeah.
And then this leg here equals the distance of that front leg. And this front leg is about 70, right? 165 to 235, that's 70. And then if you add 70 to 192 or whatever it is, 192, 191, yeah, it's about 192. So that'll give you 262. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Nvidia looks really good.
I think that's a good entry point with the. What would you say the stop loss would be for that one?
Nvidia is one of those ones. Okay, if I was going to do a stop loss, then yeah, I'd do a stop loss like at 180 or something. So anywhere below the 200-day moving average or the 52-week moving average, as long as you're below those, that's a good stop loss. I wonder why I can't delete this thing. But Nvidia's one of those ones. Remove. It's not removing. Nvidia's one of those ones where I wouldn't sell it. If it dropped below the 200-day or the 52-week moving average, I wouldn't sell it. I would just buy more.
Yeah.
That's how I.
Yeah, I look at that pullback as an opportunity. So this time is a good time, I think, to get in.
Yeah, Nvidia is not one of the ones I trade. Nvidia is one you just keep buying and adding. Well, at least right now. Right now, if Nvidia does a big move and goes all the way to 300 or something, then okay, yeah, take some profits. But Nvidia's just kind of it's really been going nowhere for the last year. It really hasn't done much the last year. Whereas you've seen stocks like Micron and ARM and AMD and SanDisk, those have gone up 300, 400, 500, 1,000%, and Nvidia hasn't really done anything. So I think it's Nvidia's it's due, right? And the price per earnings ratio on Nvidia is really low. It's really low. Like it's below 20, I think, and it's like less than Costco or Target or something like that. It's just such a good buy, and it's just one that you just want to buy and hold. Let me see if I got PE on here at all. Nvidia.
Bill.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I go, can you guys can you look up Meta for me, please?
Yeah. Let's see what Meta's doing. Yeah, it got back above the 200-day moving average. That's really good. That is good news. Yeah, and it's using like the 52-week moving average as support. So that's good. If it can stay above the 200-day and the 52-week, that's good. And Meta's another one that's just kind of been in a channel the last year. So that's another one to keep an eye on. And I heard they were making some news. They were making some news this last week.
I think they're gonna make chips with what company is for? They actually say they're gonna start making
something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
There's something to do with AI,
Yeah.
which is good. Which is good. I'm not sure how to use the news thing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Did you open a position on Meta, or are you looking to start a position?
Yeah, there is a position. Someone has a position on it. Not
Okay.
me.
Okay.
It's
No,
Hannah.
it looks good. It
So, but
looks.
yeah, did you see like the last
Oh, oh my God.
the engulfing pattern there?
I do.
Yeah. So
That's a big one. Yeah.
the next
No.
day it gapped up really high.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then,
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and even down here, there's a nice little. I think that's called harami. It's like
yeah.
yeah, and then you got a big engulfing, and then a gap higher, and it's
Do
good
you
when
see? Do you see like how much it went down, it went up? Like did it go to like 550 area, 560 area, right?
yeah, it went down to 540, and then now it's all the
Wow.
way at 670.
Yeah, this is what it does. Meta does this a lot.
Yeah, it did it over here too, back in like
Wow.
March and April.
Yeah.
It got down to five. So this is a good one to trade, right? If
Yeah.
you buy low and sell high. But this time, okay, but these other times, it's like the previous times, at least the previous time, it couldn't stay above the 200-day moving average, and now it
It
is
was,
above. It is above the 200-day moving average. So maybe this time it'll stay above it. But yeah, it's Meta's one of the best that we're always talking about, right? The Mag 7.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one to
Yeah.
keep an eye on.
All right. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
I'm gonna leave you guys because I need
Okay.
to rest.
Okay. Get better. Get some rest.
Thank you.
All right.
Get
See
well
you guys.
soon.
Bye-bye. Okay. So yeah, Nvidia looks good. Meta looks good. I mean, that's good. That's good when you see like when you see the best companies doing well. That's a good sign. All right, let's take a look at SpaceX. SpaceX, unfortunately, is not doing so well. It's put in a new low on Friday. And what I got drawn, you see the blue line I got drawn down here at 135?
Yeah.
That is the IPO price, right? So that's one to keep an eye on. So we got to see if it gets to 135. I think that's a good opportunity. In fact, today I actually bought some more SpaceX on pre-stocks. I sold some Solana and bought some SpaceX on pre-stocks because the SpaceX on pre-stocks dropped to $90. And in 5 months, I'm going to be able to convert those pre-stocks into SpaceX. So for me, it's like buying SpaceX, which is at 145 right now. I'm able to buy it for $90. For me, that's a great deal. But we'll go over that. We'll go over the pre-stock stuff when we go over how to buy Anduril. Okay, let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's been really volatile. Tesla's been really volatile. I mean, it dropped.
Like always.
Yeah, it went from 370 all the way up to 430, and then dropped back down under 400, and then came up back to 421, and then dropped down again. And it's all, you see, it's kind of like it's ping
But the range is
ponging.
kind of from what is it? Is the
It's
from April?
you know what? You're right. Yeah, there is a range here. It's been between
Yeah.
370 and
But it's
447.
getting narrower.
Yeah.
It's getting narrower,
No,
right?
and then when it gets narrow like this, I don't have the Bollinger bands drawn, but that's another way to let me see if I can do Bollinger bands on here. So what I see, what it's doing is the price is compressing, and then it's going to break out, and it's just like, okay, well, which way is it going to break out? Is it going to break up or is it going to break down?
Yeah, that's what's hard to tell.
I think it's going to break up. I think it's going to break up because remember they had the sales report, or they had that delivery report last week, and that was a good report, but it wound up being
Honestly, with the way, I don't know what you think about this with the way gas prices have been. I know it's like something new, but it's been a while. How long now? Like about 3 months, 6 months.
Oh, I'm glad I have an electric. I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm
so
really
I feel like
no.
the more people are gonna be buying EVs.
Yeah, I filled up my Cybertruck today. It only cost me $35 to fill it up.
Yeah.
And I use the superchargers, if I had a house and I could charge it at home, and you charge it overnight, when the electricity is the cheapest, and I could probably charge that thing for $15 or something like that.
So the question is, how long does that take to reflect on the stocks?
On the stocks, well, I think that would show up in the sales numbers and the delivery. So I don't know how often they put out their sales numbers, their delivery numbers. Maybe once a quarter or something. So we need to see what the delivery numbers look like next quarter. But they got
they do have some competition. There are other companies that offer EVs as well.
Yeah, there are, Chinese EVs are pretty good, but you can't sell them in the US.
In the US.
Yeah. And so Tesla really is the only EV in the US. Because I think a lot of the other, like Ford and GM, I know they were doing an electric truck or something. One of them was doing an electric truck, and they just decided to cancel it, and they're too far behind Tesla. They can't catch up with Tesla, and I don't see the U.S. government ever allowing Chinese EVs to be sold in the U.S. Man, yeah. I can't quite figure out how to do. I do want to show the Bollinger Bands. Let me ask AI real quick how to do the Bollinger Bands. I'll ask Grok. Bollinger Bands on TradingView. All right, let's see what Grok says. How do I add?
Is it not on indicators?
It says click on indicators. Yeah. Okay, indicators.
Just search for Bollinger.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, good call. Bollinger Bands. What are they?
I like that indicator.
Yeah, I like it too. Wait. Okay, this needs. Oh, they want me to buy a trial. Built-in Bollinger Bands. Bollinger. How about this one? I don't want to do the. I'm too cheap. I'm not going to buy. Here's one. It won't let me. Are you serious? Oh, I have two. Oh, because I have two indicators going.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, let's get rid of You know what? Let's get rid of the 50-week moving average just for right now. Let's remove this, and then we'll go to Bollinger Bands.
How do you share your window on this thing?
There we go. What do you mean?
To share my window to you, is it possible?
Oh, on Zoom?
Zoom.
You could share. Yeah. Do you want to share something?
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Okay. We've done it before.
I'll figure it out soon.
Yeah. So what you would do is in Zoom, you would share your window and you'd share TradingView, and then on OBS, I would just share our Zoom screen on OBS. But here's the Bollinger Bands. I mean, they look narrow. Yeah, I just wanted to see if they were narrowing or at all, and they do look like they are compressing. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, let me get rid of the. Is this the Bollinger Band? Yeah, it's Bollinger Band. All right. Now I want to put back the 50-week moving average. Yeah, there it is, 50-week MA. Yay! Oh, it's blue. Make it another color. Oh. Settings? Yeah, I want to make it. What was the color I had before? I think green. I think it was green.
This is becoming a nice tutorial for how to use Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band.
Yeah, TradingView. I had green. I think green is what I was using. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see what Tesla does, because the price is bouncing around all over the place, and we just got to wait and see which way it breaks out. Okay, so that's Nvidia, SpaceX, Tesla. Let's just go down.
Hood.
Yeah.
Let's look at Hood.
Which one? What's next?
Hood.
Hood. Yeah. We'll go down the line. We'll look at Hood. Yeah, Hood looks great. Hood's doing great. Hood made a lot of news this last week because their Robinhood chain on Arbitrum, which is a layer 2 for Ethereum. So their Robinhood chain went live, and it had a ton of volume. It had a higher 24-hour volume than Hype, right? So it had a huge amount of volume. Now, the price didn't really reflect anything, but the price didn't really move up or anything. But it's good news. It's good news. I think it's just going to keep consolidating. I think it's made a cup and handle pattern here, and I got a target here for 151. I think it's doing a big measured move thing, this huge measured move that we talked about before. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really really like Hood, and not only Hood is a crypto play, and I remember it's a Bitcoin play. I remember in previous Bitcoin bull cycles, Hood will move up with crypto and with Bitcoin, right? So when crypto's moving up, when Bitcoin's moving up, Hood will move up. And especially since they're going all in with making their own blockchain, and the reason they made their own blockchain is because they're tokenizing all the stocks, so you can trade stocks 24/7.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that they're embracing crypto, and I think Hood is going to do really really well in 2027. 2027 is going to be a bull year for Bitcoin, for crypto, just based on the 4-year cycle. And these things are really accurate, and these 4-year cycles are pretty accurate. So Hood is one I think I'm going to hold till the end of next year. In fact, I was telling some people that I think it's going to go to $500 by the end of next year. So we'll see,
Yeah,
right?
even if it goes, I mean, when I go buy these stocks, I usually like to see, the previous high or the all-time high right now. What
Yep.
was this of 148, right?
Yeah, right here.
The,
Yeah, 150. Yeah, right around
yeah.
that 148, 153. Yep. And yeah, ever since it broke out of this diamond pattern, it's just been going up. I mean, it's volatile, right? So it'll make.
And then, like we're talking for the Tesla, that's what we're looking for. That the range, that the triangle, like how it broke out to the uptrend. It's kind of similar to that one, I think.
It's definitely making like a wedge pattern.
Yeah, wedge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely making some kind of wedge. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could see. You know what? I see it now too. I see it now too, kind of like a giant diamond pattern. But it all depends on which
Yeah.
way it breaks out. So Hood already broke up, so we know it's going up. Tesla, we gotta wait and
Now
see.
it broke up and went up to the above the 200,
Yeah, that was
and
that was exciting for me, getting up above the
yeah.
200.
So especially if it goes down and tests it, and that's it. That's a good indication.
Yeah, it went down. It actually got below it and then shot back up. So
Yeah.
this is one I'll be patient with it. I'll be really patient with it. So we'll keep watching it, see what's happening. Let's take a look at Now. Now's also been doing really well. It's just been grinding higher. It really does look like the bottom was down here at about 90 or something, 89. At least the local bottom. So now's another one I like. Now's another one we can keep an eye on, and it's got to get back above the 200-day and the 52-week moving average. But this is another one that's really volatile. So it can move down quickly. It can also move up really quickly. So that's another
Yeah.
one. That's another one I'm holding.
That's another one that's ranging. All these most of these stocks are kind of ranging
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, and that's what we saw in the S&P 500 just for the last 2 months. The S&P 500 has just kind of been raging. Let's take a look at Microsoft real quick, because it's related to Now, right? It's the service as a software stock, and it looks like it put in a bottom. Look at that volume candle on, yeah, that's that rotation day we were talking about when there was the big sell-off in AI stocks, and Microsoft had a huge volume candle. That's enormous. But that looks like it was the bottom for Microsoft too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye on those two. So another one I added.
Oh,
Oh yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
I saw this article
Yeah.
that they laid off a lot of employees. Microsoft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually, this like translates uh, in the in what is it called? Like in profits, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
we'll see.
thinking
We'll see what their
it's a
next
positive
earnings.
sign.
We'll see what their next earnings look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all these big companies are laying people off. Even Robinhood laid off a bunch of people. They laid off like 10% of their workforce last month. It's just, it's just part of the industry right now. I mean, it's just
Probably gonna be
part of the
another the same
economy right now.
employee rotation.
Yeah, employee rotation. It's just part of the. That's what the economy's been that's the way the economy's been like the last year. Just layoff after layoff after layoff. Okay. So another one I added is Circle. So Circle, I think.
I don't really know about Circle that much, to be honest with you.
Okay. We'll I will be so later when I show how to buy Anduril. I will
Uh-huh.
be purchasing USDC on the Kraken exchange. USDC is it's a stable coin, United States dollar stable coin, and it's Circle's product, right? That's the product they make. They make USDC, and USDC is huge, right? It's traded all over the world, 24 hours a day. People are buying and selling crypto or tokenized stocks using USDC. Like if you wanted to go, remember we were talking about Robinhood has tokenized stocks, right? So if you wanted to go to the Robinhood blockchain and buy some tokenized, I don't know, whatever, SpaceX or Tesla, the way you would do it is you'd buy USDC on like an exchange, like a Kraken, and then you would send the USDC to your, since it's on Ethereum, you'd send it to your MetaMask wallet. Robinhood also has their own wallet, so you could also send it to the Robinhood wallet. And then once you have the USDC in your wallet, then you would exchange your USDC for that tokenized stock that you want to buy. So you can see there's like huge potential for people to for Circle to be making a ton of money off of their USDC. It's a huge product. It's a huge product, and this is another one, right? Circle's another one that I think will do really well next year, just like Robinhood. Because this is a crypto play. This is a crypto play, and when Bitcoin starts moving up in 2027, we'll see Robinhood move up. We'll see Circle move up. Obviously, we'll see MicroStrategy move up. Right, that's another crypto play. But Circle's one I started a position in. That said, though, I do have a stop loss on this guy. Right, if it gets below 60 or too far below 60, I might sell it and get out and. I don't know, use the money to pay rent or pay for my Cybertruck bill payment. But this is another one. They had a jump up last week. They were up, I think, at one point they were up like 16% because they had some kind of deal with Trump wallets or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Let me see. If there's news on here? Technical analysis. Any news? Any news here? No, I don't really see the news. I know how to get to the news on my trading view on the app on my phone. I'm not sure how to get to it here. But anyway, Circle's another one to keep an eye on. And all right. And then it's
Sorry to interrupt. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Circle is kind of like you're saying it's kind of like Robinhood.
The only not okay. It's like it's a crypto play, kind of like Robinhood is a crypto play, right? But
Is it a
Robinhood's
is it a stock?
Well, Circle, yeah, there's the Circle stock, right? Circle's a
Oh,
company,
okay.
and you can buy Circle stock. Yeah, these are all stocks, right? So see on the right? So these are
Yeah.
all stocks, right? But these are, but the stocks that I listed off, like Robinhood, Circle, MicroStrategy, these are stocks that are tied to crypto. And so when crypto starts doing well, these stocks will do well. And that's what I meant. It's a crypto play like Robinhood. Robinhood's a crypto play, but it's two different types of plays. I mean, Robinhood is an exchange, and so a lot of crypto traders, they'll go to Robinhood and they'll trade crypto on Robinhood. In fact, Robinhood had a bunch of news because one of the meme coins on their Robinhood chain took off, and some guy made like hundreds of thousands of dollars because a meme coin that's on the Robinhood chain went up in value. So Robinhood will make money when crypto goes up because more traders are going to be trading crypto. They'll be trading crypto on Robinhood. They'll be trading tokenized stocks on Robinhood. Circle will go up because all those traders, a lot of them, they'll be using USDC. They'll be using the USD stablecoin. They'll be converting the dollars that they get from their paychecks or that's in their bank accounts. They'll convert those dollars to USDC and then send the USDC to I don't know, their Robinhood wallet to do trading. So it'll benefit Robinhood. It'll benefit Circle. Now, how does Circle make money? Well, they get a little. I think anytime you buy and sell their USDC, they get a little cut, right? They make a little bit of money off of that. And if people are buying and selling hundreds of millions or billions of dollars of USDC every day, Circle's going to make a lot of money. But again, it's all tied to what Bitcoin does, right? Like Bitcoin's got to move up. Bitcoin's got to do well before the crypto market does well. And then once the crypto market starts doing well, then you'll start seeing MicroStrategy do well, see Circle do well. So it's just one to keep an eye on, right? Circle's not my top pick. It's just I think potentially it could do what MicroStrategy did during the last bull cycle. And actually, let's move on to MicroStrategy. Like during the last bull cycle, MicroStrategy. Come on, let me get this. I want to show you what MicroStrategy did like years ago. Yeah. So here we go. So during the last bull cycle, right, which kicked off probably right around here, 2024, 2023. All right, I think this is when it started kicking off. You could buy MicroStrategy for like $50, $60, $80, and it got all the way up to like 550. Right? So huge move. Huge move. I think Circle could do something similar, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to see that kind of move out of MicroStrategy again. I think in 2027, I think MicroStrategy will get to all-time highs. Well, you know what though? If MicroStrategy gets to all-time highs from here, that's a 5x. So, okay, maybe we do see another move like that in MicroStrategy. I just know it just seems like there's a lot of negativity right now around Michael. There is a lot of negativity right now around Michael Saylor. So,
Can you zoom out on
Yeah.
MicroStrategy?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. There you go. That's pretty much the last bull cycle for MicroStrategy. All right.
That's since March.
Yeah,
That one.
Yeah, January 24. This is pretty much what the last bull cycle went from like $40, to 5. This was the blow off top, and it was a really early blow off top. November 24. That's a really early blow off top, and then it got back to 450.
That was in July? Is that in July?
Yeah, July last year.
July of last year.
Yeah, I could see MicroStrategy going back to 450.
It really depends on Bitcoin, right?
It does. It does depend on Bitcoin.
If Bitcoin goes up,
Yeah.
it should go up.
Yeah, how high is Bitcoin going to go up during the next cycle? Is it going to go? It'll make new all-time highs. But will it go to 150K? Will it go to 200K? Will it go to 250K? Right. So if Bitcoin goes to 200,000, I could see MicroStrategy doing all-time highs. If it only goes to 150, Maybe MicroStrategy just it gets to 450 and then kind of just peters out. But still, even that would be a good move.
So you think it's better, like let's say if I have a couple $1,000, is it better to buy Bitcoin or is it better to buy MicroStrategy? If I'm
Bitcoin.
thinking,
It's better to buy Bitcoin. I mean, here's what I would do, right? Build up your Bitcoin position, right? Try to get, I don't know, 1 Bitcoin or something. And then once you have like a really big Bitcoin position, go ahead and buy some MicroStrategy. And then when you think that the top is in, sell your MicroStrategy, but keep the Bitcoin. So I would start first with building a Bitcoin position, and then once you got a good sized Bitcoin position, and you got to everyone's different as far as like what a good big size is.
yeah,
But I got to think your Bitcoin should be at least 3 times as big as your MicroStrategy. And it's like it is useful to own both because during the next bull run, like when you think Bitcoin is at a top, you sell your MicroStrategy and then you keep your Bitcoin.
I'm trying to see like if there's like some sort of leverage advantage with strategy. Like would you get more
I
if Bitcoin goes up
it's
fast?
so
With
risky. I'd rather just own
yeah,
Bitcoin, especially if you don't own any Bitcoin. Just buy some Bitcoin first. There is a leverage. There is an advantage for MicroStrategy. When you go up, it'll go up much more than Bitcoin goes up. But the thing is, when it goes down really hard. MicroStrategy goes down much, 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 much harder than Bitcoin. So it's risky, and it's really hard to time the bottom on MicroStrategy. But yeah, it's just risky. But I mean, I've made money off of it. I've made money off of I made good money off of MicroStrategy, and I sold my MicroStrategy and was able to keep all my Bitcoin. But it's hard. It's really hard to time the bottom and the top on MicroStrategy. Because like I sold like over here, like at 340 or something, and I would have made so much money if I had sold, at 450.
yeah,
But I'm
kind of
glad I
happen.
sold here rather than, you know, write it all the way down to nothing because I really, I needed the money for rent.
You saw the right after it went down below the 200 moving average.
That's why these 50, yeah, because you can see the 200-day moving average was acting as support the whole way up,
Yeah.
and that's why
Right now it's
these
kind of like a
it
resistance.
is it is resistance, it is resistance.
So if
So
it
okay,
crosses that,
so we got to see, and we've talked about this before. We got to see Bitcoin get above the 200-day moving average. We got to see it get above the 52-week moving average. That's what we need to see. Once Bitcoin gets above the 200-day moving average, that's a great sign. Once it gets
it
above the,
tried in May, towards the end of May, it tried
it
like
tried and it got rejected hard, really hard, really hard rejection. And yeah, it's just once it goes below it, it's in the bear cycle. But once it gets above it, especially once it gets above the 52-week moving average, that is the end of the bear cycle. Once Bitcoin gets above there. But you don't necessarily want to wait until then to buy. You kind of want to start buying down here. And then you dollar cost average, right? You buy like every month or every week or something, and you do that for the.
where is the stop loss for that one?
Well, see, with Bitcoin, you don't have a stop loss. With Bitcoin, you don't have a stop loss when it goes because Bitcoin for me is again, it's like Nvidia, it's one of the best of the best. I don't sell my Nvidia. I just buy more when it goes lower. Same thing with Bitcoin. I would start buying heavier if it gets down here. But see, and that's why I think right now it's better to buy Bitcoin than MicroStrategy because MicroStrategy will sell off a lot more than Bitcoin. So if there is going to be another big sell off, and a lot of the bears think that there still is going to be another big sell off in August and September, and then October will be the bottom. And if they're right, then I'd rather be holding Bitcoin than MicroStrategy. And then when it does sell off, you just keep buying more. But also, a lot of people think this is the bottom. I mean, it really does. It's got a lot of support here. Let me zoom out.
Can you zoom out on that one?
Yeah. So yeah, again, we were talking about this before. Look at this big band right here.
That's a very old.
That's a lot of support. That's support that goes on for like 6 months, and there's still even more support below. So there's a lot of support right here. So this is a good time to dollar cost average. I started buying Bitcoin again. I started buying it again at like 60K, and yeah, if it keeps going, if it goes down, I'll start buying again, and if it goes even lower, then I'll really start buying. If Bitcoin gets below, Bitcoin gets into the 50,000s, I might sell some of my AI stuff or some of my other stuff. Like I might sell Circle and just go buy a bunch of Bitcoin. So that's because Bitcoin's one of the ones that I keep for long term, like Nvidia, like Tesla. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, all right, let's keep going. So we talked about MicroStrategy, we talked about Bitcoin. Do you want to look at Google real quick?
Yeah, okay. I have some Google. So,
it looks good. It looks good. Yeah, I think it's just going to keep grinding higher. Yeah. Google's another one. It's just one of the ones that's the best of the best. So you just keep just hold on to that one. All right, let's take a look at these AI stocks we've been talking about. So they're hanging in there, right? Here's Taiwan Semiconductor. It's hanging in there, right? They had this huge run up over the last 6 months, where it's just been pretty much straight up. I mean, a little bit of sell off here, but it's hanging in there. We'll see what happens.
You use trend lines usually, like when you
like the 20-day moving average, or
not like the channels that that show the trend line, the higher highs and
nowadays I did used to use a lot of different indicators before, but nowadays I just keep it simple. I just look at the 200-day moving average. I look at the 52-week moving average, because I just I don't I just keep it simple right now. Do you use trend lines? Do you want to show me?
I can't. Like I'm trying to show, but I really can't show. But it's okay though. It's no. I'm trying to see like this channels, like the way you draw the range.
Yeah.
No,
like, I see. Trend line. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do trend lines like that. Sure. Okay.
So like that.
And I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about like a moving average or something. No. Okay. Yeah. Trend lines. Yeah. Yeah, I do trend lines.
So right now, see, like I said, is at the lower end of it right now.
It all depends on how you draw it. I mean, it's kind of it's okay if you just look at this part right here. It's at the lower end, from like there to there.
Like the top was around. Yeah.
I just I'm just so suspicious. I'm really cautious. I'm gonna say I'm kind of suspicious, kind of cautious about these charts that look like this, because they've gone up for over 6 months, just up, and it's like how much higher can they keep going? So Taiwan. So AMD is another good example. I mean, this one just went straight up, and I just got to think it's too steep. It's got to roll. I think it's going to roll over. And this is what they all do when they get overbought. And this is overbought. They roll over. It'll come down. Maybe it'll fill this gap. And then it'll hit the 200-day moving average. And then when it hits the 200-day moving average, then I'll look at buying it again, right? Then that's when I would want to buy it. Once it comes back down and touches, because here this one's got a gap too. So maybe it comes down, fills the gap, and then comes back up.
I don't know. I think in the short term, for like 2-3 weeks, it might go up even more.
It could. Oh yeah, they can just keep going up. They can. That's definitely a possibility. Yeah. But it's, for me, there's a lot of uncertainty, and I've got some other stuff I'm really interested in that But yeah, if you're going to invest in, well, I am invested in AI. I'm invested in Nvidia. I like Nvidia, right? I mean, Nvidia,
Yeah.
because we look at the charts we were just looking at. Look at Taiwan Semiconductor. Look how it's
Could we do the
way up
trend line
here.
on Nvidia?
Well,
The one that we
Nvidia's,
just referred to SMC?
yeah. Let me see what's Nvidia's
Or
trend line.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there is one right here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And this one's kind of like here, like that, something like that. Yeah, it's kind of in that range. It's kind of in this range, and it's still somewhat towards the bottom of the range.
Yeah.
I just like Nvidia because look, Nvidia is better, much better than those other companies. Taiwan Semiconductor is a great company. AMD is a great company, but Nvidia, it's a better company. And to me, it doesn't make sense that Nvidia is down here, while all the those other guys are way up here. So to me, that tells me Nvidia is a better buy. I'd rather be buying Nvidia than buying the other guys. And Arms and they all look like this. Arms pulled back. Arm has pulled back. Wow, that's a big pullback. But they all have the same look. Micron. They all look the same. They all look the same, right? So I'm looking at these companies. And I'm like,
These great AIs think alike.
yeah, it's like it's like what? These guys have already had their big moves. I'd rather buy Nvidia. Here's another one. Here's another one I added to my list. Cerebras. Remember these guys?
Cerberus.
Yeah, and this is what a lot of IPOs look like, right? They open up really big and then they sell off, but then once
They
they
have
find,
a big backing by OpenAI.
yeah, so they're looking interesting. They're looking interesting. I'm not going to jump in and buy them yet, but I'm keeping an eye on them. All right, cool. Any other stocks you want to look at? Because we've covered, I think we've
Oh,
covered all the ones.
I think right now, I don't know, maybe we should look at uh, the, the Anduril stuff, the how to buy how to
Yeah,
buy it on Solana.
yeah. Let me get out of this. All right, let me hold this. Yeah. Okay, so let me go to.
Oh, actually, sorry to interrupt. What do you think about Ethereum? Since
Yeah,
that's we don't really cover that one that much.
no, I like Ethereum. Ethereum's looking good. It's grinding higher, right? Um, oops. Oh, that's 11.
Yeah, very similar to Bitcoin.
There it goes. Yeah. No, Ethereum's looking good. I mean, you could say this is a double bottom down here, right, on Ethereum, and it's grinding higher. Same thing with Solana. Solana looks even better than Ethereum, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Higher low. So it's grinding higher. Yeah, it's that's interesting you mentioned that because it actually does look like Ethereum and Solana. Oh wait, what did I show? That was oh my God, stupid thing. Okay, there's Bitcoin. There's Ethereum. And there's Solana. Yeah, they're all just kind of grinding higher, right? So I think they're turning around. I think all of them right now are good buys. I've like I said, I've been buying Bitcoin. I've also been buying some Solana. Um, and yeah. So they're all kind of they're all just going to do what Bitcoin does, right? They're all going to take Bitcoin's lead. If Bitcoin goes higher, these guys will go higher too, and they'll usually go much higher, right? They'll move up much quicker. But yeah, I really like Solana. Also, Chainlink is another one I like. Those are the four. Honestly, those are the only four crypto I own right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Chainlink, and Bitcoin makes up like 80% of my portfolio. So yeah, my suggestion: if you don't have any Bitcoin, buy some Bitcoin, and then once you think you got a good position in Bitcoin, then
Yeah.
go ahead, buy some Ethereum, buy some Solana.
I have Solana and some XRP that I got like a while ago. Uh,
Yeah, XRP, if Bitcoin goes up, XRP will go up, right? So the stuff we're going to do today, that's going to be on the Solana blockchain. So let me go back to Zoom. Where's our Zoom meeting? Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. Let go of that. All right, let go of that. Okay, and then let me go to WBS, and I'm going to stop showing Trading View. I'm going to show us again. All right, hello everybody. If you joined late, Abdu is he's got a headache, so he's getting some rest. So wish him well in the comments. Everybody, wish Abdu a speedy recovery in the comments. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so now we're going to move on to the second part of the conversation. We're going to discuss how to buy Anduril. And for those people who don't know, Anduril is a defense stock. There was or a defense company that was created by Palmer Luckey, the same guy who did the he did that headset, right? The virtual reality headset that Facebook,
that Meta owns now.
Yeah, that Meta owns, exactly.
Oculus.
Yeah, so after this is his next company. He's doing stuff with drones and AI, and I think also some defense against drones. Anyway, it's not a public company. It's pre-IPO. So to buy it, you could, you have to be an employee to own shares. You have to be like a VC, venture capitalist, own part of the company, get shares. Or you could buy shares on the secondary markets, like Hive, I think is one of the ones, or Forge. There's a Hive or Forge. Anyway, the secondary market that I like to use is pre-stocks, and really because it's so easy to use. Those other markets, those other exchanges, those secondary markets, you have to submit a bunch of your personal information. You have to show that you're a qualified investor, which means you have over like $1 million in holdings, right? And you make over $200,000 a year or something like that. You don't have to do any of that with pre-stocks. With pre-stocks, all you need is a phantom wallet, and then you need an exchange where you can buy USDC, like we've been talking about, and then send that USDC to your phantom wallet. And then once you have the USDC in your Phantom wallet, you go to the Jupiter exchange and you can buy it. So we're gonna go over those steps real quick today. And so let me share in Zoom. Let me share the Phantom webpage. I want to show you, and I also want to show the people at home what the Phantom web page looks like. So let me get rid of Zoom. Here is Phantom. All right, cool. All right, I think everybody can see it. So have you ever heard of the Phantom wallet? You ever seen this ghost
I've heard
figure?
of it, but I actually have not used it.
Okay. So this is a wallet that you can use on the to access the Solana blockchain, right? So you need this wallet in order to use the Solana blockchain. This wallet is where you'll keep your Solana, you'll keep your Solana altcoins, you'll keep your Solana stable coins. So if you want to do anything on the Solana blockchain, you need to have a Solana wallet. I like to use Phantom, and so that's why I am showing you the Phantom web page. And I do most of my trading or buying and selling. I do it mostly on my cell phone. So you can just download the Phantom app from like the Play Store or wherever. On a desktop, you would download it, and it gets added up here as a browser plugin. These are called plugins, right?
Yeah.
Or extensions, browser extension. That's what it is, browser extension. So once you download it on your browser extension, you can open it up, right? Oh, you gotta sign in. Let me see. Okay. Nobody look at my password. Whoops, that's the wrong one. All right, so here, let me open this up too. Okay, so this is my Phantom wallet. This is account 1. Okay, this is my And it's okay to show these things. These are just the
Do you have to download it on your phone first, or you can
no. You
download
don't
it?
even have to download it on your phone. If you don't like using your phone, you can just do it on your you can just do it on the desktop. So you don't have to use the phone. You can.
Because when you click download, it shows the QR code. It says scan the QR code, or
Okay. Okay. You're trying to download it now.
yeah.
You are okay. What I would do is wait till later. Maybe
Okay.
after we're done talking, just try it, and then if you have any questions, just text me because I don't really want to get into too much detail on how to download it. But right, so let's just there's plenty of like tutorials on YouTube on how to download it, or you can just ask AI how to download it. So the important thing though is you download it, you get your wallet. You're gonna get like these the seed phrase. Okay, each wallet comes with a seed phrase. That seed phrase you've got to protect, keep it secret. Don't ever give it to anybody, because if anyone gets your seed phrase, they will take over your wallet. They'll be able to take over your wallet and take all your money. So that's okay.
What is it called?
Seed phrase. I think it's called the
Seed
seed
phrase.
phrase. Yeah, it's like a 12-word. It's like a 12-word password, right? These 12 random words. But again, AI is an incredible tool to help you all with this. So you can ask AI all the questions you want about the wallet. But that is one thing I do want to mention. Be very careful about your seed phrase. Keep it somewhere safe. I keep the only copies of my seed phrase it's on a thumb drive that can only be opened with my fingerprint, and then that thumb drive is in a security box at the bank, right? And so there's nobody that can get into it. And even if they did get into it, all they have is a thumb drive with that can only be opened with my fingerprint, so they can't do anything with it, right? So that's how much I guard it. Yeah. So anyway, you got to be really careful with your seed phrase. So once you get a wallet set up, then you can start sending money to it, and that's what all these addresses are right here. Right? These are addresses, wallet addresses for Solana. Phantom Wallet can also be used for Ethereum, Bitcoin, Monad, all these other ones. But we're just going to focus on Solana. So if I want to receive crypto on this Solana wallet, I need to copy the address. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to copy the address. All right. So my Solana address has been copied. I've created my Solana wallet. I've copied the address. And now we need to fund the wallet. So the next step now is to go to an exchange and fund the wallet. Let me see where is Kraken? Okay, hold on. So the next thing I'm gonna do is pull up Kraken. So I'm showing Kraken right now on OBS. And I need to share it on Zoom. So I'm going to do that next. There it is. Share. Okay. All right. So now everybody should be able to see Kraken. Okay. I like using Kraken because as soon as I buy my crypto on Kraken, I can send it off the exchange. If I used to use Coinbase, but Coinbase, they changed it up. They changed it up now. So whenever you buy crypto on Coinbase, you have to let it sit on the exchange for like a week or 10 days before they let you take it off. And I can't use that. I can't work with that. As soon as I buy my crypto, I want to send it to my wallets so I can start buying and selling. I can't have my cryptos, my stable coin or my crypto just sitting on the Coinbase exchange. So I don't use Coinbase anymore. I use Kraken. So what I'm going to do right now on the Kraken exchange is I'm going to buy some USDC. And all right, bear with me because normally I do this on my phone. So I'm not okay. There it is. All right, there's the USDC. So let's go ahead and buy $20 of USDC. I'm using my bank account, and let's do it. All right, so we're buying that USDC stablecoin. Remember, this is the one that Circle makes, right? You see how it's all tied together. It's all tied together. Yeah, I like to invest in the stuff that I use, right? You know, I got a Cybertruck. I own Tesla. I use Grok, right, for AI. I use Circle. I use Circle a lot. The USDC, well, the USDC stablecoin. I use that a lot. Anyway, all right. So let's go to my portfolio now, and we should be able to see. There it is. There it is. So now I have $20 of right there USDC. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we need to send it. Okay. So we need to send it to the. So now we need to send it to the Phantom wallet. On Kraken, they call it withdraw. All right. So you withdraw, and then I'm going to withdraw because USDC can be used on all these different blockchains. And I actually like using. So I will use Coinbase and I'll use Kraken. I'll use them as a means to send USDC from one chain to another. Like if I have some USDC on Solana and I want to send it to Ethereum, first I'll send it to like Coinbase. And then if Coinbase receives crypto, if my Coinbase account receives crypto from an external wallet, that money they don't hold. And so you can send right away. So if I wanted to send some USDC from my Solana wallet to Ethereum, I'd send it to an exchange like Coinbase or Kraken. And then at the exchange, I'd turn around and then send it to like one of the other blockchains. Like I'd send it to my Ethereum, my MetaMask wallet on Ethereum. But anyway, today we're just going to be sending the USDC to Solana. And, whoops, let's change this. Because right now the address I have is my Ledger account. And I don't mind showing my Solana addresses because they're public addresses. They're public addresses. This one is my, you know what, I'll call this account 1. Or Solana account 1. So yeah, you guys see my addresses. If you want to send me some money, some Solana, go ahead. So you can copy down that address real quick and send it to me. Okay, so this is Solana account 1. So let's add it. And then let's verify it's you. Okay, what do I got to do? What do I got to do to verify it's me?
Probably to your phone.
It's verifying my device. All right, let's see what's going on. It should just be, let's verify. Okay, all right, we need to do this. Okay. I mean, you guys are probably going to have to do all this stuff too. Oh, it wants to do a quick selfie. All right, let's use the camera. Okay. Getting ready to take a picture of my face. You know what? This stuff I don't think I want to share exactly. So I'm going to, how do I want to do this? You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to send it to my, how do I want to do this? Getting ready. Okay. Allow a using device. Okay. All right. All right. I'm not showing anything on, I'm not going to show this part on the live stream. I'm showing it to you. You can see it.
Oh, okay, I see it, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not showing it on the live stream. But it's I don't know what it's doing. It says it's getting ready to take a picture of my face. All right, I just canceled it.
So far, like it's, the flow is from Phantom wallets to Kraken, and then it's
No. So the flow is going to be from Kraken to Phantom Wallet. But
okay.
But I had to make the Phantom Wallet first, because otherwise you got nothing to to show for it. I should have checked this. I should have checked this before. Sorry. I didn't think it would do all this. Well, I've got my Ledger account in there. So if I can't get it to verify my oh, it can't. You know what? It can't access the camera because I'm using it. All right, I'm gonna turn the. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna send it to my Ledger account. So give me 1 second. Cancel. Let me show Kraken again. Okay. All right. I know the Ledger account works, so I'm just gonna send it to the Ledger account. That's fine. We can do the Ledger account. All right. So I had to create the Solana wallet first because you need an address, right? You need an address to send the money to. Oops. Try to scan USDC. On Solana. Yeah, Solana Ledger. Okay, so let's send the full amount. There it is. So let's review it. Okay. And you can see they're charging like 80 cents to send it. So that's how Kraken makes their money. So let me confirm this. Okay. All right, it's initiated. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I need to get my Ledger key. Okay, so I'm going to kind of do this part off screen. But what I'm going to do... So what I did is I sent the $20 to my Ledger Solana wallet. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to turn around and I'm going to send that 20 USDC to the other Solana wallet we were just looking at. Right? So just give me 1 second. I'm not going to show that part. But once... Yeah, I'm not going to show that part. Oh, cancel. Or should I use my phone? You know, it might be easier if I just use my phone. All right, give me 1 second. So, are you able to follow so far what we've done?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you try? Did you?
Now it says to download on my phone first, but
yeah, you could try downloading. Yeah, go ahead. You know, I actually think it's easier. I actually think it's easier to do all this stuff on the phone. So
Yeah.
why don't you try? Yeah, go ahead. Try downloading the Phantom wallet on your phone, and then okay, here we go. All right, and then see what happens. So I'm going to send it to account 1. Max. Done. Next. Connect. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So what I did is I sent the money to my Ledger account, and then I turned around and sent the money to my to the account 1, the account we were just looking at. So now the money is in the account, and I'll show you real quick. Let me go to Zoom. Yeah, my meeting Zoom. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to share the, there we go. Okay, so let me share that. I'm going to go back to OBS. So I'm going to stop sharing Kraken. I'll go back to Phantom. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now everyone can see it. So take a look at the screen again. So this is the wallet that we were looking at, right?
Mhm.
And then look, now I've got $19 of USDC in there, right? So that's the USDC that I bought from Kraken. Now they did charge me 80 cents to send it off, and so that's why it's less than 20. But now I've got the money in my Phantom wallet, and so now we can go and buy Anduril. So let me go to let me stop sharing this. I'm gonna stop sharing that, and I'm gonna share the Jupiter Exchange now, which is which one is it?
So Kraken and Solana.
There it is. There's the Jupiter Exchange. Yeah, and then the last one is the Jupiter Exchange. So the last one is the Jupiter Exchange. And let me open up that one. There it is. Okay, here's the Jupiter Exchange. And then on OBS, I'm going to show the Jupiter Exchange. Whoops. Kraken, close Phantom, open Jupiter, close out. There we go. All right. All right. So let's go to the Jupiter Exchange. Let's open up my wallet again. Okay, there it is. There's the wallet. There's the wallet with the $26 or the $19. You see it, right? Can you see it in a Zoom?
I see. Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, on the right-hand side is the wallet, and then in the middle is the exchange. So
The Jupiter Exchange.
yeah, the Jupiter Exchange. So the first thing we got to do is connect our wallet. So we're using a Phantom wallet, so that's a Phantom wallet. These are all other wallets you can use on Solana, but I just like using Phantom. So let's connect. And did we connect? We should have connect. Let's connect. Connect. Maybe I need to sign some. You know what? Let me close that. So let me connect. Phantom. Huh. Why isn't it connecting? Okay, now it's connected. Now it's connected. All right, now it's connected. And then let me open this up again. Oh, not that. Let me open up this one. There we go. Okay, so now we're connected. All right, so what do we want to buy? We want to buy Anduril. All right, so here's Anduril. Right there. There it is. There's Anduril. Right? And then what we're going to sell is USDC. And we're going to sell all our USDC. And it's going to buy us 0.16 Anduril. And I'm going to do the swap. So swap. And then here you got to confirm the transaction in your wallet. And it's done. And there, look there on the right. You see now I have $18 of Anduril. So that's it. That's how you do it.
So where is it? Is it $20? How much did it take?
Well, okay. So originally I bought $20 of USDC.
Yes.
Right. And then like 80 cents of that Kraken took to send the USDC to my Phantom wallet. Right. So what happened here though? What happened here is, you know, I gave them $19.20 of USDC, but I only got $18.70 of Anduril, and that's because of the buy-sell spread. So these pre-stocks, they don't have like a huge float, right? There's not a lot of liquidity, right? So they're gonna have you're gonna get some you'll get some discrepancies between the buy and sell price. And so that's why I only got, you know, I started out buying $20 of USDC, and then I only wound up with $18.70 of Anduril. That's just how it is. That's just how it is with these things. Let me see if I can open up my watch list. Okay, yeah, let me look at the watch list. Oops, because I'm watching all the I'm watching all the pre-stocks I'm interested in. Yeah, so here's here's what I was talking about with SpaceX. So SpaceX is down to $90, right? And and I'll be able to, and the real price of SpaceX is 145. So in 6 months, I'm going to be able to exchange one of these SpaceX pre-stocks for a SpaceX tokenized stock. But SpaceX is the only one that's gone public. So far, all these other ones have still not gone public. Anthropic, Anduril, OpenAI, Neuralink. I wouldn't mess around with Anthropic or OpenAI right now. I think Anduril is a good investment. Okay, so
Can you see their chart? Can you see Anduril chart on there?
yeah,
Or
we
is
could
it-
take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Let's look at the last. How can I look at this? How can I expand it? Oh, here's all. Yeah, all. Or maybe the last 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. Okay. So it's kind of been going down. It had a nice run up to about 187, and now it's at 117. So it seems like it's at a good buy. I mean, it did get down to 86, but and again, these are secondary markets, right? They're really volatile, and the price fluctuates from market to market from the different secondary markets. Yeah, so that's how you do it. That's how you do it. But you know what? If you make a Solana wallet and you send me your address, I'll send you all this Anduril, right? I'll send it to you. You can have it.
Oh, so you can just.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me open up. Okay, so okay. Let me open up the Phantom wallet. So if I go to so now I got this Anduril, right? I got the $18 of Anduril, so I can click on it
Yeah.
and I can click send,
Wow.
and so I got
That's actually amazing.
yeah. So all I need, see right here, recipient Solana address. So I just need your address. I just need your address, and I can send it to you. And that's something that's really cool about crypto, right?
Wow.
We can't do that with stocks.
With
Like
stocks,
if I have
yeah.
like 10 Tesla stocks and I want to send it to you directly.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I have to sell it. I have to get the cash. I send you the cash, and then you take the cash, deposit it in your exchange, and then you go and buy the Tesla stock. So that's why.
I really don't understand why this thing is not like very popular. It just seems
Yeah,
so.
I know. I know. That's why I think crypto is going to be so huge.
But it's still like there's like a lot of friction though, all the process that we just went through. I know like for you it's not that hard, but for a lot of people,
It is.
that's kind of like what Robinhood is, I think, kind of they're
Ro-
trying to normalize it.
Robinhood is streamlining it. Robinhood is
Yeah.
streamlining it. So, I had to do a bunch of steps to buy the tokenized Anduril. Robinhood, you just open your Robinhood account and you just hit one button, say, oh yeah, I want to buy that tokenized stock. And then you can take that tokenized stock and you can just send it to your buddy or whoever you want to send it to. If you want to use it to like buy something or anyway, yeah, I think that's why I really like Robinhood and that's why I really like crypto. So yeah, so I guess that's your homework for tonight, right? Open a Phantom
Yeah.
wallet, get a Solana address, send me your Solana address, and then I'm going to send you all these Anduril, and you can have it.
That's a good one to have for defense.
Yeah. So I think that's about it. Let me go back to WBS. I'm gonna stop showing this. I'm gonna go open up Zoom again. Okay, let me open up Zoom. Okay. So, yeah, so that was a lot of steps. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot of steps, and it's really complicated, and it's really confusing. And if you make a mistake, like if you send your crypto to the wrong address, it's gone, and you lose it all, right? So it's really
Yeah.
important to be careful. Double check where you're sending it. I mean, one trick that a lot of people use is they'll send a little tiny bit, right? Like just send like $1 or of crypto, right? And then you send $1,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is. You test it out first. Test out the address first. Make sure it's going to the right place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of what it is when, if you're trying to like say, you don't want to use banks and stuff, then the responsibility shifts to you.
Exactly. That's what's
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, you're right. That's the great thing about crypto. That's the advantage of cryptos. You are your own bank. What we just did, what I just showed is like a money transfer that I did between my wallets, right? From my wallet at Kraken to my personal wallet, my private wallet. Because Kraken owns those wallets. Coinbase owns the wallets on their exchange. But once I get it off the exchange and I get it into my wallets, nobody can touch those wallets unless someone goes and gets my seed phrase or something like that. But yeah, the responsibility is on me to make sure that I'm sending the money to the right address. Right, the responsibility is on me that I keep my seed phrase safe. And a lot of people don't want to deal with all that. They'd rather just let Robinhood deal with all that. And that's why I think it's such a great opportunity for Robin to take advantage of. A lot of people don't want to hold their own Bitcoin, so they buy the Bitcoin ETF, and then Fidelity, right? Fidelity or BlackRock, they hold the Bitcoin, they manage the Bitcoin, and then you just buy the ETF. Me personally, I love this stuff. I mean, for me, it's like a hobby. It's fun to do. I like having my own wallets. I like moving money around, and then you also get there's a lot of advantages to having your own wallets. You have access to a lot of crypto and a lot of investment opportunities that you normally wouldn't if you didn't have your own wallets, right? Because there's a lot of things you can't access unless you have your own wallets. But yeah, for example, the pre-stocks. Like the only way to buy Anduril, the only way to buy the Anduril pre-stock is if you have your own wallet and you send money to your own wallet, your Solana wallet, and then you go to the Jupiter exchange and buy it. That's the only way you can do it right now. I think, and now, Robinhood is trying to get into this. Robinhood is trying to get into this. I don't know if you remember last year, they were trying to sell XAI tokenized stock pre-IPO, and OpenAI tokenized stock pre-IPO, and SpaceX tokenized stock pre-IPO. They were trying to do that last year. I don't think they got clearance to do it in the U.S., but they were trying to do it in Europe. But so what we just did, right? Robinhood eventually will be doing this. They really will. And again, that's why I like Robinhood so much, because Robinhood sees all the cool stuff that's happening in crypto, and their thinking is, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it easy for people to do, right? Because what I just did was not easy. That was difficult. So they're just thinking like, we're just going to make it easy for people to do this and make it accessible to everyone. So I like Robinhood. I like Robinhood. I like Circle. I like anyway. And yeah. But if you got any questions, text me. And then once you got your Phantom address set up, text me the address. I'll just send you like $1 worth of Anduril, and then you verify with me that you got it, and then I'll just send you the rest. And then when you want to try to buy Anduril by yourself, let me know, and I can walk you through it again.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think this was a really long stream. Let me see how long we've been going for. I got to go back to YouTube Studio, but we had a lot to make up for because we were an hour and 28 minutes. Not too bad. An hour and 28 minutes isn't too bad. But we had a lot to make up for because we took last week off. And anyway, thanks to everyone who made it through this whole live stream. It was a lot. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and we'd be happy to answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks Anaglu for joining, and I hope Abdu is feeling better. And you guys have a good week, and hopefully this will be a nice bullish week, and we see that breakout in the S&P 500 that we were looking at or hoping for. All right, have a good day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.